What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So I want to talk about Mike Tyson. I just want to take this time to just say, just like everybody, before Mike Tyson's time, during Mike Tyson's time, and after Mike Tyson's time, different fighters had their spotlight shine real bright. They were at the top for however long it lasted. They moved on, and then somebody else came along. It's no different from Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson just happens to be one of those type of people that people just can't get over. He's not what he used to be. What once was is no more. It's just as simple as that. And I see all the videos. I see Roy Jones talking about something wasn't right. Now all of a sudden I'm seeing so many videos of people making excuses for what happened, and I already gave you my take on all of it. But at the end of the day, let me just say, Michael Jordan, there will never be another Michael Jordan. I don't care how close someone can come to mimicking him, or just being that good of a player or whatever. People have their take, LeBron, Kobe, whoever, different people they'll, compare him to. I don't really care for all that shit, truthfully. Like I said, even on this channel, there's times where I'll do like a little fantasy matchup, and it's just fun. There's no right answer as far as I'm concerned. It's just all opinions, and people like who they like. But you got people like Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee, Wayne Gretzky, Mike Tyson. There's certain people that just, Michael Jackson. Certain people just stand out differently from others. And for sometimes a lot of the same and different reasons. Mike Tyson is 50, what is he, 58 years old? 58 years old. Mike Tyson has been out of the ring for over 2 decades. Mike Tyson really had talked people into believing that he was going to turn the clock back. A lot of people don't like the way he went out. But when it's time to hang it up, it's time to hang it up. What do I always tell y'all? You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, right? It's not about giving up. It's not about quitting. It's not about being afraid of, another fighter. I don't want that smoke. No, it's called using common sense. For Mike Tyson to do what he did last weekend and have people saying something wasn't right, something was off about him, all of these different things could be enough just to make him want to go in that ring one more time to try to prove that he's better than what he showed against Jake Paul. That's his decision. That's his choice. I'm not going to sit here and cry about it or feel any type of way or feel heartbroken or nothing. That's a grown man, and whatever he decides to do is his business and his right. And we also have the right to watch if we want, and also to not watch if we don't want, and speak our minds and give our opinions. But Mike Tyson was one of the most ferocious fighters that you ever saw. He was dominant. He came in here, he crushed it. Had a lot of short nights in the boxing ring. Went in there and just got his opponents out of there. And he was a vicious guy in the ring. What people have to understand is whatever negativity, whatever ups and downs that a person have in their life, at some point you have to grow up and mature and see things for what it is. We all, see things certain ways. For Mike Tyson, let me say this. For the things that haunted Mike Tyson in his life, for Mike Tyson to have the type of life that he had, to end up becoming a fighter, becoming a millionaire, to going broke, to getting money again, to, going up and down, and prison and all types of things, there was a bitterness there. There was an anger there. There was some pain there. There was a lot of things that you could see just listening to him talk. And I always said Mike is not right in the head in terms of how he see things in life, like where he felt like everybody's against him. He was very defensive and always angry, at least in front of the cameras. And this was even after prison. And when people were saying the things that they were saying, yeah, he was falsely accused and this happened, that happened, like people were talking like they were there. Let me say this. For every experience that you had, right? And now let's talk about Mike Tyson. For every experience that he had, however, he channeled that energy to, like, let's say, to try to be as positive as he possibly could. I don't know how he did that. In front of the camera, Mike Tyson showed a lot of anger, a lot of bitterness. It's not really until like the past 2 or 3 years, 3-4 years, you could say, well, Mike Tyson, people were saying Mike's living his best life. Oh, I feel so happy for him. Yo, Mike's happy. Mike's this, Mike's that. And I said, you know, the funny thing is, you saw him smiling and laughing a lot more. But every time, I can't really tell you, I've seen too many videos of Mike Tyson and he wasn't high. You know, selling weed, mushrooms, and all these edibles and things that keep you high. I don't understand how a person is happy and they have to be high all the time. If I'm enjoying life, I want to be sober because I want to remember these things. If I have to go through life getting high all the time, that means I'm a drug addict, okay? And I'm trying to, like, get rid of certain pain or something. Something is not right. You know, fellas, imagine you in there screwing a chick and you giving it to her. Her eyes rolling back. She's limp as hell, like you're holding her up. You done screwed the life out of her. She just, you all up in it. It done got to the point that she ain't even sexy no more. She looking like she's like unalive now, right? I mean, she just into it, and I mean, she's gone. You know what I mean? You got her trembling, shaking, right? She's saying all types of shit to you. Got you all up in it. Just to wake up in the morning sober and go, oh, what happened last night? What's the first question you gonna ask her? You don't remember? You done put in a top-notch performance. You know what I'm saying? You done slayed her little honey hole and she don't even remember. Oh, I had you all up on it. You was on the balcony. I held you by the ankles and we all had you up on the. You don't remember none of that? How would you feel? Because that's what happens when people are high. When they're always intoxicated. I've been around people and, what we do last night? Oh, what happened? Oh, you know? Yeah, well, by the time we got the third game of pool, you were pissy drunk and passed out, man. We had to bring you back home. Such and such stayed over there with you. And I guess your ass been knocked out ever since. Don't even remember what happened. So when you got to go through life chewing mushrooms all the time and high all the time, you're not living your best life. You can't be too happy, or you have a problem. But because weed and mushrooms are a social thing, people don't see it as cocaine or heroin or crack or something like that. They just see it like, whatever. I've never been high a day in my life, don't intend on it, and I'm proud to say that, and I have no reason to get high. And I've been through a whole lot of shit. Believe me, real shit. This is why people that know me personally commend me and always just constantly telling me how much I mean to them and my inspiration to them, because they know the type of shit that I've dealt with. Y'all have no idea. But when you're a celebrity, when you're known to the world somehow, like me and Mike Tyson could have almost identical stories, but the world doesn't know me. So it would be like, damn, because it happened to Mike. Oh, man, right? You don't know what a person has dealt with and how they got through it. You know, the funny thing is, even my friends will say, man, I swear, back in the day, like when we first met, I thought you were like older than us, man. Because like, yo, you was always the mature one. You was always like the one that was well-spoken and can like, you know what I'm saying? Like you was always putting us in line. Then when I found out like, yo, we the same age, I'm like, and it made me feel stupid And you the reason I stepped up and cut out like a lot of the goofy stuff that was going on in my life. Stuff like that. Just a little small example of the type of things that people say and why. And this is what I'm saying, because see, when you have yes men around you, when you have people around you that's scared to say, nah, we're not doing that. Nah, that's not happening. This is when you have no direction. A lot of times you're around people, like I've told people, you don't have to change for me. But until you do, keep your distance. And a lot of times people they'll come around and understand why you did it. Sometimes they grow up and don't. And then they disappear, and then you find out that somebody in a pop boy that they behind bars, for the rest of their life or something, because their lifestyle got them there. Now, for Mike Tyson and the stuff that he talked about from his parents on down, I've heard the stories. Let me say this. What you do for a living doesn't make you who you are. No matter money, no matter how long you can do whatever you're doing, it's just something that you did. Being a good person has nothing to do with your occupation. You have people out here that struggle in life, people that don't know exactly what they're going to do, people that have to work longer, way past 65 because they started working late, and I mean all types of things going on, and they're worried they're not going to be able to live off of their pension, all types of stuff. When I hear a person say, I got money, it was coming too fast, and I just started doing crazy stuff, and I've heard so many people say that, and I'm saying, you see, it's not the money, y'all. It's not because you got the money too fast. It's because nobody couldn't tell you anything. It's because of your ego, your arrogance, and you thought you knew everything. Y'all just jealous of me because I got this. I did this. This is my life. And then when you have your downfall, they end up saying, everybody turned on me. No, you push people away from you. And now that you fell flat on your face, they're going, yep, let's keep the same energy. So for Mike Tyson, hopefully for him, he can find that peace and have that peace and understand he don't need to be on fucking mushrooms and be high. He choose to want to do that. That's what he choose to do, what he want to do. I read a story today about a 15-year-old that almost died. Yeah, he almost died overdosing on mushrooms. He was okay. You see, people try to make you think that certain things you can, like, it's just nothing. It's, listen, when I read the story about the kid, this was today. Today is what, the 19th? Tuesday, the 19th of November. And he says, what it said in the article is the kid said, everybody's doing it. And, I was listening to this song and was like, that's where I got the idea from. And then he said, he was saying like, and everybody's doing it. All the kids are doing it. The kids, they go and vape. Kids, junior high schoolers, man. 6th graders, elementary, little kids, man, going to school vape. Where are they getting these things from? And they've been finding, I don't know if you guys check out what's happening. These people they find these kids with mushrooms and find them with these vape, these pipes and all this stuff, whatever they're doing. All of these things, attacking teachers and school staff. These kids are trying to be something that they're not. This was part of my thing when I would watch Mike Tyson's show sometime, because kids watch it as well, because parents don't monitor nothing that their kids do anymore. And when I hear kids going, Mike be high as fuck, yo. Y'all niggas be, Mike be chillin', yo. That OG be chillin', that nigga be high as fuck. Because I heard that nigga be on mushrooms. See, and this is what people don't understand. Y'all keep looking at grown-ass men and women and, I feel so bad what he's going through. But those same people can and do influence the youth in a negative way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Those kids are not looking at Mike Tyson for what he used to do in the ring, the type of fighter he was. They've never even seen him fight. A lot of these kids never even seen Mike fight until last weekend. So what they're looking at with Mike Tyson is the thing that people say about him, the reputation of people talking about what type of vicious fighter he was, but they never have the interest in watching him fight. All they know is when they see him now, he's high all the time, and they're applauding this shit. Now, I'm not blaming him. He's not the parent of these kids. I'm not blaming them like you directly are responsible. No, that's the negligence of the parents. But what I do blame Mike Tyson or any rapper or singer or actor, whoever, what I do blame them for is you are putting this out there, that this is normal. It's okay. No, you're not telling kids to do it, but you're also not telling kids to not do it. And every time you hear about someone doing something and maybe they get in trouble with the authorities for it, y'all say, oh, let the guy get high if you want. Let the guy smoke weed. We ain't smoking. We never did unto nobody. Oh, let the guy do that. Oh, this is what you do. And when the youth hear you say these type of things and people speak about you, they know, okay, well, I've heard a lot of people say, I mean, I never seen Mike fight, but I heard like he was, you know, like you know, he was a beast back in the day. Just like I remember one time, you know, Ice Cube said that when he started the Big Three, and you know him doing his movies and things, that he had met people that was like, oh, I didn't know you rap too. And then they would hear, let's go back and listen to his old stuff, like because you know people now do reaction videos and stuff like that, and they didn't know that Ice Cube was a rapper back in the day. So things like that. So then it's like, okay, I know you from movies and from the Big Three. So you understand what I'm saying? Now, when somebody look at you and say, oh, I didn't know that you used to rap too. Well, you had a rap career. You was doing music. When somebody say, I never seen you fight before, or I never seen, you know, Mike fight before, but I know he was supposed to be a beast back in the day. But I know him from seeing him on his show. He be high as fuck, yo. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're glorifying bullshit. So what I'm saying is, you know, I hope for Mike Tyson, not for my sake. I mean, whatever, you know, for his sake, for Mike Tyson, like when he said in the ring, he did this for him, not for the fans. He did it for himself. Hopefully Mike can understand. His words are very powerful. He's a well-recognized, you know, human being, and that his influence on people is to be positive. And he himself don't have to be high to get through life. And but that's a choice he has to make. And I'm saying this because you know what? I'm not a yes man. I don't speak with the stink of bitch on my breath. So when I say something, I mean it. And just think about people in your family. If you ever had drug addicts in your family, or if you have drug addicts in your family now, it's not that you don't love them, but I bet you if you do have drug addicts in your family right now, or if you had them, I bet you wouldn't leave money around them. And this is your flesh and blood. And I don't think you should love Mike. You don't know Mike Tyson, but even if you, I don't think you should have any feelings for any celebrity like you would your own flesh and blood, you know. But what I'm saying, there was boundaries. There was things that you wouldn't do because you knew, nah, if I leave this money around, hell no, nah. He got a habit, or she got a habit. I don't want us to have a bad relationship. I already know what type of stuff they're not thinking normal, right? Y'all can agree to that, right? Drug addicts don't think normal. Now, in their minds, they think they're okay, and everybody gets on their nerves when they try to talk them out of being drug addicts. Okay, so if you understand that, why do y'all treat Mike any different? He might not be doing the hard stuff, but this is my point. Every time y'all applaud him living his best life, all the 8 blood transfusions in June, and just had a fight last week in November against a 27-year-old. Do you understand what I'm saying? People are so into the or that it make y'all overlook that, yo, dude, y'all saying he living his best life because he's high all the time. Y'all find this entertaining and amusing. But as you get older too, you can't do shit that you did when you were younger. A lot of shit you got to cut out From your diet, the things that you eat and drink, all of that type of stuff. Getting enough rest, like, you know, everything. There's always something you have to do differently. And going through life high all the time, I don't get it. I told you. If y'all don't watch Hot Topic, look at Mike's face. And if you watch 20 shows, I guarantee you, at least 17 or 18 of them shows, Mike can see them just look on his face. Okay? And that's living your best life. This is the type of stuff that send people into depressions. Like I said, man, hopefully for Mike, he gets it and understand. You don't have anything else to prove in boxing. What happened, happened. And now that you have another loss on your record, you don't need to go out and try to prove something was wrong through that night. You could do better. And you want to go out with the win so bad that you're going in and somebody wind up really hurting you badly. Somebody going there and say, nah, I ain't with all that I'm not with all that let's pretend and play fight stuff. And nah, I'm not here to take it easy. I'm going to knock your old ass out. Just say. Then you go in there and, you know, just think when we saw Larry Holmes put it on Muhammad Ali. I remember Freddie Pacheco said, man, Muhammad Ali failed his test. He couldn't even do the, you know, when they do the eye test and walk the straight line. And they let that fight happen anyway. And as much as Ali gave to the sport of boxing, as much knowledge and positive influence he gave to black people and people around the world, that could, if you understand what the struggle and what the fight was about, that no, he didn't start a race war. He was a victim of it, and he had to fight back. So people, you know, try to make him like he was some racist or something. No, you know, the real ones understand what it is. But if you look at that, Mike, just think about it. Ali was 38. He was 38 and already was developing Parkinson's, and they still let that shit happen. So that tells you how people, they don't care about you, man. As long as they see a spectacle, they see money, that's all they care about. Now just think about it. Mike Tyson is 20 years older than what Ali was when he fought Larry Holmes, and then his last fight with Trevor Burberry. 8 years, 38 years old, and was, was done. But it was in there, still had the heart to go in there. So after the Larry Holmes fight, you got to understand, Ali needed money. Ali needed money, and they said the Ali fight was his biggest payday, which was $7.9 million. So think of all them years he was fighting, and this is what I'm telling you. As inflation go up and things happen and people buy these big houses and own property and all, yeah, it's not the same. So the money back then wasn't, I mean, of course, and we know it wasn't the same back then in those days, but that's the most he made in the fight, 7.9. And here go the thing. The fight with one of his worst performances ever is when he made the most money. Well, on his way out. So where was this when he was younger? You see what I'm saying? And in his prime. And Mike Tyson, as we know, had got very close with Muhammad Ali and Layla. He spent a lot of time with Ali. One thing Mike says that I agree with too, and it's good that he does understand this, is he always, now you hear him saying he don't care about legacy and all that stuff. It means nothing. I've been saying that shit for the longest, man. People cheer you, they boo you, they can, I can assure you that my thoughts when I wake up in the morning, go to sleep at night, where I'm not sitting up here folded with my hands folded behind my head, staring at my ceiling, wondering what's going on in Mike Tyson's life, or Anthony Joshua's life, or Terrence Crawford's life, or Clarissa Shields' life, or who. I'm not focused on that. Now, if I'm thinking about what I'm going to talk about, let me go and see what's going on, or let me, what am I going to talk about next on the boxing channel, something like that. But I mean, other than that, no, I'm not sitting up here giving these people extra thought. I don't. I have people that I know personally, love and care for, and my mind is not on everybody every second of the day. You understand? Let's be sensible, y'all. Everybody has their day. The warrior inside of you won't let you back down from anybody. There's a difference when you know that you can do something or you're not the same. You notice when all of a sudden you don't jump as high as you used to. You're not as fast as you used to be. Your reflexes ain't the same. Like, people know, and I think a part of people aging, it starts to scare them. And it make them feel like, nah, hold up, nah. And they now they want to go extra hard to try to get those things back. But hey man, like I said, one opponent that nobody can defeat. Nobody. It's Father Time. So there's no need to feel bad for Mike Tyson because of that bullshit fight. What's more important is that man's life. If you really, and it's not about feeling bad for him, it's just the understanding, like, look, man, you know, like I said, people still talk about Mike Tyson like he's a baby, man. They talk about him like, you know, people are doing things to him. But this is a grown-ass man, you know, and this is what I'm saying. And go back to what I said about Mike Rashid. When Mike Rashid was on his show and he was telling them how he was upset, how he's pissed off because Mike was having a bullshit camp. He was sitting right on Mike Tyson's show, Hot Topic, and he was telling Mike Tyson to his face that he was having a bullshit camp that day. I was pissed off because, like, the people around you, they're like, yo, good camp, Mike. Like, Mike was in there bullshit. Mike wasn't applying himself. And what did Mike Tyson respond with, yo? As long as they knew I was the boss. They know I'm the boss. As long as they know that's, yeah, it's good to be the boss. Like, real arrogant, real, like, I don't give a fuck. And that's what I'm telling you guys. You can't tell some people shit. That's why they suffer. And they will say people turn their backs on them. But like I said, no, you push people away. And like I said, and when you fall flat on your face, they keep the same energy with you. So when you look at it, and you think about where he is right now, he said he doesn't feel bad about anything. Man, he's claiming a victory because he lasted the full 8 rounds at his age and having the blood transfusions and all that. But okay, cool, walk away then. Leave it alone, walk away. There's nothing else to prove. Now, you're a grown-ass man, and whatever you choose to do is what you choose to do. But understand, you still have an influence on people. And I feel like, as a man, you should want kids and anybody that look at you, like, look up to you and really believe in you that, hey, listen, I lost a fight, that's all. I already know what I know about what I feel about that shit, but bottom line is, hey, you're not going no more. But you know what? I came there and I brought what I had tonight, and that's that. But I'm happy in life, not just because of the payday. I had a lot of ups and downs in life. I'm still here. I feel good. And you know what, man? Now, it's just to focus on the rest of my life, to continue what I'm doing. And I don't have to get in there unless I want to. But it's not like I have to. And enjoying life is what's important. That would be more of what I would want people to know about me than to know that people look up to me and think I'm the cool nigga because I'm high all the time. You know, because I'm sitting there nodding off there like, yo, look at the nigga, look at his face. Oh shit, that nigga high. You understand what I mean? It remind me of that scene. You know, that's one of the things about the movie Friday. Ice Cube, Chris Tucker, and all of them, the first one. Because the characters in the movie is like, it's like you know somebody in your neighborhood or your family that reminds you of the characters that played in that movie. And remember when they were sitting on the porch? Remember Chris Tucker? Look at Craig fucked up. Shit, yeah, that nigga fucked up. And I always used to listen to people say that, and I would say, why do y'all cheer? Like, why is it such a turn on to y'all to see somebody high as fuck? I never understood that shit. And let's just use the movie for example. Look at what happened. Because of Smokey's bullshit, right? Big Worm running around wanting to kill him and Craig. And basically, who was the one? Yo, I know you don't smoke weed, right? But it's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do, right? And they, you know, come on, Craig. Remember that shit? And then Craig finally started smoking with him, right? Now, remember when Big Worm came around? Look, nigga, I'm going to be here 10 o'clock. Not 10:59 or not 10 or whatever he said. If you ain't got my money, I'm killing you and him, right? Now, remember when he went back? What'd he say? What'd he say? Remember that shit? All right, look, man. He said, if I ain't got his money by 10 o'clock, he's going to kill both of us, man. We got to stick together, man. He crazy, man. Man, I know you ain't get me in. Worm! I know you ain't get me mixed up in that. Man, I'm gonna smoke half a little piece of joint. Come on, Craig. I'm gonna stimulate your mind, Craig. You ain't got shit to do, Craig. Remember that? And what did Smokey tell him? Man, they gotta put that lip to your joint. The man, you smoke it. Might as well, right? That's the response that people will give you in life. Man, I ain't make you do it, or well, you ain't have to listen to me. This is the influence of negativity, though. That's how this translates into real life. Negativity. And for people that look at Mike Tyson and know what I'm saying about him, so like, yeah, people take advantage of him because Mike don't make the wisest of decisions. See, the thing with Mike is if Mike don't have nobody that he can listen to, I don't know the relationship with his wife. I don't know anything about if he's still with her, the woman he was with. I don't know. But you know, seeing him around all these famous people and all or whatever. Once again, yes men. Like all these yes men had Mike Tyson thinking that he can still go in there and whoop ass on the same level. He had himself believing that shit. But life after boxing. Mike ain't been in the ring. This is one fight. Mike ain't been in the ring, like I said, in over 2 decades. Mike Tyson needs to find that peace inside and understand. Let go of all the other shit. The expectations of somebody stabbing you in the back and feeling like you got to get high. You know, like I said, people don't want to say they have a problem. But, you know, when I smell little kids in the morning smelling like weed, and I'm like, damn, that's sad, man. Little kids. Because either the parents is smoking in front of them, like right in front of them, because you smell it, like, or they're smoking it with them. And this is what's going on. This is why you don't have fighters. This is why people don't like nowadays, man. I see dudes walking around with sagging skinny jeans and pink Crocs on and lime green Crocs, canary yellow Crocs, beads in their braids and all. I mean, and I'm looking at these dudes like, man, look at, I mean, the level of maturity is down. So when people look at a person and say that person inspires me, or you know, I like what this person stands for, it's always the negativity. Listen, when people talk about Tupac, all they talked about, the people like Tretch, certain people would talk about Tupac, you know, his mom being a Black Panther and, you know, referencing him as being a baby Panther and talking about how he loved the culture and loved black people. And I like I always would say is, you know, aside from y'all saying that, right? Everybody else always talk about the thug life shit, the tough guy shit, the street shit, the beef. And so my question has always been this to people, and I'm not condoning or saying he should go out and attack people of other races just to do it. I mean, self-defense is one thing, but what I'm saying, aside from that, have you ever heard a story about Tupac and his boys beating up on non-black people? Have you ever heard a story? They kicking somebody else beating up on non-black people. Every story I've ever heard was him and his entourage jumping someone. And they were always black. But when you say how he loved the culture so much, the point what I'm saying is they tried to paint a picture of Tupac like he was some perfect angel. Then you hear Tretch say, Pac hardhead, man. Like, you know, you tell Pac don't listen, man. Pac hear you, but Pac gonna do what Pac gonna do. Well, you look at the incident that night. Where were they going? It was that night of a Tyson fight, right? And what you see Pac doing? Leading the charge and they stomping somebody up. You know on the streets, it ain't no fair play, man. You stomp me up, and what happens? They come back looking for you. That's why, you know, me and my son was cracking up a couple of weeks ago. We was watching this movie, and it was just a scene in the movie where this guy, man, he was a doctor, and it turns out that he was a creep, man. He was a weirdo and had these crazy sex fetishes and all that. I'm like, what a crazy ass Tubi movie. And but it was just funny where they had him and he was pleading and saying he was sorry and all, and the dude told him, get the fuck up out of here and all. So when they thought they saw the last of him, nah, he came back and was playing mind games with them and everything. And when they were chasing him and they were shooting at him, and it was like basically they duck and hide behind things, and he yelled out, you should have killed me when you had the chance. And it just cracked me up because it was just like, just the thought of it. You know what I'm saying? You go to tell somebody you should have killed me when you had the chance. So you know that, okay, now that I didn't kill you, I have to do it now, or I know if I don't kill him, he's going to kill me, type of thing. So you know what I'm saying? It's like you know that's how it is. You know that's what it is in the streets. There's no all this code of honor shit. They be nah. You put hands on somebody, that don't mean they gonna come back and jump you. They's like, you jump my brother, you jump my cousin, you jump my homie, we gonna put something hot in you. And because it's Tupac, it's like it meant more to people than if it was Alvin that works across the street at the gas station or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, at a Tyson fight, I'm not blaming Tyson for it. I'm just saying, look at the situation though. And that's all you hear people talk about with Tupac. Twisting up their fingers, talking about thug life, hopping around, smoking it. This is what I'm saying. It's always the same thing. They either getting high, getting drunk, middle fingers up in the air, eyes halfway open. And this is a person living their best life. This is the good life. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like people just look at things the wrong way, man. And if Mike can find, this is what I'm telling y'all, I don't see it as him living his best life. I don't know this man's life, but I know what I see doesn't add up. Like, the math ain't mathing when y'all talking at him living his best life. I feel like, okay, maybe business-wise he's doing things smarter, making good money and all of that, but something is not right when you feel the need to be high, especially on a regular basis. And when you sit and you are presenting a product to the world and you're high on your own show. I remember I was watching this one video. I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember what it was. I just remember this one guy. It was some rap dude. And while he's being interviewed, he said they're chewing on a straw. He like slouched down his seat, just kept shaking his legs. And you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I like, man, and I'm just sitting here like, why are you chewing on a fucking straw? They're just shaking his legs, just shit like very unprofessional and like a little kid. Sit up, talk like a man. What the fuck are you chewing on a straw for? Like, and this was a grown ass man. I'm not talking about no young boy. This was a grown ass. I just don't remember who the fuck it was, but it was like, this is what I'm saying. That whole street swag shit. That whole just walking around chewing on a fucking straw while you're being interviewed. Stuff like that is what people see and think this is, you know, how you carry yourself, or there's nothing wrong with that. No, it is. You imagine somebody sitting at a job interview. So you ever did this type of work? Slide down the seat, shaking his legs, chewing on the straw. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And that's the swag. That's the lingo. You understand what I'm saying? And I've seen like videos of Mike Tyson with different people, same thing. They out here rolling weed, and I'm just like, damn. And y'all thought the dude that's chewing mushrooms every day, smoking weed every day, seeing him getting high with Ric Flair. I mean, they just everything. And y'all thought that this same man, just think about the power of someone's reputation and someone's name. Y'all thought that same man was going to go in there and be the same fighter he always was. So that's what I'm telling you. And y'all are all grown. So imagine the influence on the younger ones when they see this type of stuff. So my point is, I don't praise anybody. You know? I don't worship anybody. But I damn sure wouldn't want anybody praising me for that. It's just like when I talk to my sons. There's certain things. One of my partners is like we was talking one day and he said something. I said, oh, kill that, man. I said, just kill that. So anyway, man, then when the last time you played chess? And you know, so later on we changed the subject and we talking. It wasn't no beef, nothing like that. But he's like, yo, you think I said something wrong? I said, listen, there's certain things I don't talk about with my sons. I talk to them about a lot of stuff. Certain things I don't talk about to them because I don't want them to think that in self-defense, certain neighborhoods we lived in, you know, things happen. I don't want them to take this stuff as take it like I want them to have to do some of the same things in self-defense, or be like, you know, always look after yourself. They know how to protect themselves and defend themselves very well. But certain things I don't, because they're not around that environment I grew up in. No. And that's what I'm saying. So he just assumed that I probably told him these. No, certain things I don't talk about with them. If I feel the need to, I will. They're getting older now, so, they absorb things differently. So it's, no. It's not about glorifying things, even like fighting and stuff in the ring, things that I did, and people that know me talk about it. I don't. They'll be, your father, man, he, easily could have been like, he'd be any of them do. I'm telling your father, your father. And you understand what I'm saying? But I'm not even talking about that. That's not the stuff I'm talking about. I'm talking about more personal street-related things and just growing up in rough neighborhoods and certain things you had to do. But, I don't want them thinking like, my father did it. No. And I'll always talk to them and let them understand that we all had choices to make, decisions to make. And this is why if you're around weak people, they will help you make the wrong ones. And Mike Tyson, hopefully that brother got somebody that he can talk to, that he understands. Nah, Mike, it's not about you talk, everybody listen and just agree with what you say. If you're wrong, you need to let a person be able to speak the truth to you without you feeling some type of way or them worrying about you feeling some type of way, so they won't tell you the truth. I'm the type of person, I don't care if you take it the wrong way, then that's too bad for you. But I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. And if you don't like it, too bad. I'm going to say it regardless. And that's where when I look at Mike Tyson, it's like, it's not always about making money, y'all. And this is one of the things y'all got to stop doing. Y'all think just because somebody is making good money that they're automatically happy. No, not necessarily. It's not like I'm in this man's life to know what he's doing every day, but I know what I see every time I see him on the video. And for him to have so many complications with his body at 58, I mean, you got to think, what was the blood transfusions for? What caused all of that? 58-year-old man chewing mushrooms every day, eating mushrooms every day and getting high every day? Yeah. And every time I see him, I see him and Ric Flair, all that, and I'm like, damn, every time I see this dude, he's getting high with somebody, and every time somebody fuck life, and I'm like, when I listen to Mike Tyson, I don't hear this happiness that you all are talking about, that you are all assuming. Imagine me doing videos, and every time you see Aries is, so, what up, what's good, people? What's about the late randomly talk to the time, no hate. Would y'all be in my comment section? LOL, yo, Aries, you my nigga, yo, you be high as fuck, my nigga. Yo, Aries, you the nigga, yo. I'm not a nigga. I'm nobody's nigga. I'm all man. And I would not even feel proud about that. Now, if I wasn't in my right frame of mind, I wouldn't be thinking the way I'm thinking now. You understand? I don't get down with that, though. You understand? That's my point. Because me saying that, I want y'all to picture me doing that. You wouldn't like that. You'd be like, yo, Aries, what's going on, man? You good? So why is it with Mike Tyson, he's living his best life because he's high all the time? You understand where I'm going with this? That's why people are saying it, because he's high all the time. It's not all about you, man. You have people around you. You got sons, you got daughters. They're affected by the things that you do as well. And, like I told you guys, I love my mom. My mom is no longer here with me. My mom was, always praying and all that. If my mom had been going to the doctor like she was supposed to, my mom would still be here. My mom passed away Labor Day weekend. Yeah. And when I got the full gist of everything and what was happening and what should have been happening, what she wasn't doing, she praying and believing. I didn't even know my mom was sick. There's things that I found out, and I said, wow. But my mom would still be here if she had did what she was supposed to. And this is the problem when you have people around you that's scared to say, nah, if you don't go willingly, I'm going to call call the ambulance. I'm going to call the ambulance right now, and we're going to make you go. Because you're not going to sit up here and die on me because you want to be selfish. You're praying and nothing's changing. You're going to the hospital. That's what you got to do. But when you're married to somebody that goes, well, okay, I don't want to upset you, okay. And then all of a sudden, the worst happens. Now you go to the hospital and the doctor goes, she's been sick for 3 weeks and you just bringing her now? Do you understand what I'm saying? When you have somebody around you scared to make the tough decisions, it's just like you being a supervisor and half the shift are your friends. They're not going to like the fact that they have to take orders from you, but that's the way it is. And what happens when you become a supervisor or something, or a manager, your so-called friends think that they can take advantage of your friendship, and that's when you got to let them know. And, oh, that nigga changing. No, but the duties change. And it's things that you supposed to do. And if I'm your mans, like y'all always, that's my mans, then you should make sure you're doing your part. So you don't put me in that position where I have to make decisions I don't want to have to make. But when it comes down to it, I'm going to not do my job because you my nigga and all this goofy nonsense. And this is what I'm telling y'all. Instead of people kissing ass and telling people what they want to hear, they need to tell them the truth. What Mike Tyson accomplished is what he accomplished. That ship has sailed a long time ago. And I feel like whatever Mike want to do is what Mike going to do, just like anybody. But Mike don't need to hop in the ring to prove nothing to anybody else. And if he does decide to hop in there again, it's up to you whether you support it or not. But living your best life, you should be sober. You should have the memories of what's going on. And you can think about these things and know that the people that loved you has always been there for you. When you listen to Mike talk, a lot of times Mike is explaining things. He'll tell you something, but then I don't remember. Yeah. You don't remember it. It's things that happened in people. I've seen people on his show many times have to explain what happened because he can't remember it clearly. How can you when you're not sober? So hopefully, man, the guy, and it's not because it's Mike Tyson, anybody going through that. Hopefully anybody who's in a situation where they need some type of help or some type of change in their life, but people are ignoring it and praising the wrong things about them. Anyway, Mike had a great career. He did what he did on the boxing side of things. Like I said, he's one of the best to ever do it. On a personal side, that's that man's business to do what he has to do. But when you get in front of a camera, you're showing people, you're giving them something to talk about. And hopefully for Mike, like I said, just like anybody else, y'all got people that y'all can talk to. Y'all got people that you trust and people that can not just talk to you, but get through to you where you act upon what needs to be done. On that, I say we salute what Mike Tyson did in that ring, and that's that. Whether he get in the ring again or not. But let's be sensible, people. What once was is no more. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.